just
obviously different kind of performance tonight.
Yeah, I just, whenever you kind of like call out your team, you wonder how they're going to respond. We had a great practice yesterday, and I tip my hat to a couple of things. Is Tanner Burns, how he just took the mound. I thought he got the first pitch outs of the inning. I thought that was what was huge in the ball game. You can see where there's still some room to grow after 2 outs, a walk and a hit, and efficiency is going to drive him as he keeps growing in the 7th and 8th inning starts for us. But I couldn't be more proud of being a big game, getting back at home, and just driving the ball in the strike zone, especially the fastball, and just competing so well. Cody Greenhill, kind of the same thing we've come to expect out of him, was just a very competitive nature, and was able to finish the ball game. But I tip my hat to my offense. I got Will Holland has started us off with 3 consecutive games with an extra base hit, and I love it. I'm gonna go to the 2-strike approaches. I got Josh Anthony. I got Estes one time. My bat of the game had to be 2 of them was Brett Wright, a 10-pitch at bat. Will Holland had one of his hits was huge because he went fishing at 2 breaking balls in the dirt to get down 0-2 and wound up. We talked a lot about yesterday that, hey, with less than 2 strikes, it's your at bat, and with 2 strikes, it's Auburn's at bat. And I thought the guys really committed to some team at bats with 2 strikes and made a huge difference for us. And then, one of the second 2 other moments for me in the ball game was with when we couldn't find the baseball in center field, and with 2 outs, and LSU scored 2 runs, and about a minute 48 later, Jay Estes steps to the plate and hits a double. I think that's important for our ball club or any club this time of the year, of like, hey, something just happened from a negative standpoint, and the guy comes up and hits a double. I thought that was huge, and I thought Josh Anthony made a great defensive play, showed me some awareness with Duplantis. It's going to be a hard 3-6, 3-double play with him running, such a great athlete. He was able to take 1 step forward and make the out at the plate when it was still 5-0. I think those are both the same inning, and Luke Jarvis made a couple of nice defenses. For the most part, I know Venter had a couple of plays that he could have made at third, but we wound up getting a big double play in the 9th. So pitching and defense, and then just our 2-strike approach, it was good to see that return and that commitment by our ball club.
Did you see the difference, Butch, in the dugout when Tanner goes out there and puts up a couple of zeros and just gets you guys off to the starts that, quite frankly, like Casey would normally get you off in on a weekend series?
Yeah, it felt the same to me. It actually did tonight. And the offense was ready to go too. I thought the second inning, it's 2 outs and nobody on. So those 4 runs, the first big inning that we had was with 2 outs and nobody on. And Josh Anthony takes a 2-strike breaking ball, dumps it in the right field, work around. Will gets on. Stephen Williams hits the home run, and we wind up eventually scoring 4 runs with 2 outs and nobody on. So I thought that was huge. And then I thought Tanner was on the attack with his fastball. I was able to get through the lineup for the first time.
How much has Josh improved on dealing with breaking balls?
Yeah, somebody had asked me a couple of days ago with, especially from last year, but then as we've been in this deal where it was documented for me, I guess, that we'd struck out 47 times in 4 games, and was that physical or was that mental? And I said, how much can we work in 1 days of practice to wipe that out? And I think it's mental. And I thought the guys did a great job of resetting, because we played 50-plus games, and just their approach tonight with the breaking ball was a difference in the ball game, I thought. And so I tip my hat, but I think it's a mental approach, and I just saw a great commitment out of our offense tonight.
And when you're facing a guy like Hess that, known for spinning a really good breaking ball, what was the attack plan against him? I think we were able to jump on him a couple times early in the count too.
And I know Jarvis struck out the first time, but they were chases. I thought breaking balls in the zone that we could still do something. I think just identifying if it was going to end up in the zone, he was going to throw enough of them that you had to go for it. I think it was just once we started chasing out of the zone. If you're a right-hander chasing the left-handed hitter's batter's box, you're never going to hit it. And I just thought we did a better job of laying off, and eventually they had to come to us, because I respect Zach Hess so much as a SEC coach for almost 2 decades, and because I know he did big work on a mound in Omaha last year for that LSU team. So a ton of respect, but I thought our guys had a great approach tonight.